5, 4,
Ignition.
3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another rocket build video. Today we're going to be highlighting the all-new Max-Q rockets Rocket Lab Electron. Now you probably are thinking, well, we've seen that before. You have in the 1/100th scale, but now he's releasing it in the 1/50th scale. The 1/100th scale flew on half-A's and the mini engines. This is designed to fly on the bigger A, B's, and C's, your typical 18mm motors. And he did that because honestly the Electron in 1/100th was just a tiny little thing, and it got out of sight real quick. But this bigger one is more of your typical size rocket. Now you might notice that little placard here. I believe he did a limited run of, I want to say 30 if I'm not mistaken, and this is number 11 out of 30. So I was able to get in on that deal where I get a little placard. So let's get right into it and see what comes in the kit. First off, I'm going to set that right up in the corner there so we don't forget what we got. Here's your little information booklet on the rocket itself, which is pretty cool. And then we got the assembly instructions, which is really no more than 3 steps. It's that easy. So that being said, let me kind of get things out of the bags and get ready to go, and we will start the assembly on the Electron. Okay, we've got the parts laid out. We're going to go ahead and start the assembly of the Electron, which again, it's pretty straightforward, but I'm going to take my time and kind of do it methodically with you. First thing we need to do is take our elastic shock cord. It comes with 2, elastic and Kevlar. We want to start with the elastic. We're going to take our second stage engine. We're going to pass the shock cord through the engine. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the cord tied on this end first. There we go. I'll tie a double knot. Okay, and I'm going to trim the tail back a little bit. And then add just a dab of wood glue on the knot just to keep it from ever unraveling on us. And then just kind of massage that in to the knot. Okay, now the next part, I'm going to go ahead and cut more of an angle on the end of the shock cord. So I'll be able to pass it through the engine bell. So let's go ahead and route it through. There it is. See if I can't grab onto that. There we go. Okay, so we got that pulled through. Now we're going to actually start putting parts together. I'm going to take the second stage, or in this case it's actually like a payload bay, and we're going to go ahead and screw that in until it stops. And we're going to take our nose cone and screw it in until it stops. So there is our completed second stage. Okay, we're going to set that aside for now. Now we're going to go down to our booster stage, and we're going to take our Kevlar shock cord. And what we're going to do here is actually pass it through one hole in the launch lug, down the other side, and I'm going to tie a knot. As tight as I can. Tell you what, I'm gonna try to do a slip knot now that I think about it. I think that would be a little bit easier. Okay. If you don't know what a slip knot is, you tie a regular knot, but instead of tying it around the original end, you tie it to itself, if that makes any sense. You cinch that down, then you cinch the whole thing down, and see how it slips right into place? Now I'm going to tie a double knot on top of that. Okay, there we go. Now I am going to place just a little bit of thin CA glue on the cord so I can cut it. Ever so little. Hit it with a kicker. Okay, let's trim that off. Okay. Now we're going to pass the other end of the Kevlar. This is a long Kevlar, which is good. Longer the better. We're going to pass that through this little hole. I don't know if you can see it, right next to our knot. There we go. And hopefully it will feed up the right direction. And it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we get it here. Go and pull it out. And you'll see how everything cinches down here at the launch lug end perfectly. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to add just a little dab of glue. To help keep things in place. And you may want to come afterwards and just, maybe take a Sharpie or black paint and just kind of paint over all that, make it a little cleaner look. But if not, it's okay. Okay, so now we've got this long piece here. We'll just let that be for the time being. We want to take the bottom end, and now I don't have an engine right now to show you how you would install it, but you would just simply install your engine up into the engine bay there. And for display purposes, you could just screw your engine mount on at the base. But in this case, we're going to want to install the fin. So take your fins, run the engine mount through the fin. And then thread this up into the body tube. You'll want to align your launch lug between two fins so there's no bind up. There you go. Okay. Then we want to take our Kevlar. In this case, I'm going to do a loop with the Kevlar. Once again, just a little thin CA. So we can cut this to length. Don't try to cut Kevlar without hardening it first. You'll just drive yourself nuts. There we go. Okay, then we're going to take our end of the elastic shock cord, tie it through that loop. We'll double knot that. Okay. Cut that tail off. A little wood glue on the knot. Massage that into the elastic. And there you go. So let me set things aside and we'll do a final put together here and close out. So we can take our upper stage, get our shock cord and double it over. This is how I like to do my shock cords. Fold it over in half, fold it over in half, fold it over in half once again, and shove all this in the tube. Now the kit comes with a streamer. That's more than sufficient if you fly off grass or soft terrain. I fly off dirt and rock, so I'm probably going to go with a parachute, but it's sturdy enough. It'd probably survive anyway. But that's just my preference. Then you just slip this upper stage into the tube, and there you have it. Easy, quick build, fun build. It's going to be even more fun to fly. That's it. Easy peasy. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless. Thank you, MaxQ, for providing this kit for us, and we will see you in the next video.
2 seconds.
Stage 1, Miko.
Separator.
Stage 2 engine started. Propulsion nominal, vehicle is stable.